And just to be so like uber basic here, you were the playwright for the Confession musical, correct? The playwright.
Correct.
What
Correct.
is a playwright?
Well, we took Beverly Lewis. Everybody knows who Beverly Lewis is. We took her trilogy, and that was what we were going to do a musical about. So I took parts. I read all 3 books and underlined and dog-eared all the places that I thought would be a good scene, and the different characters, because obviously you can't take 3 full novels and put it all on stage, or it'd be a 12-hour musical or longer. Yeah. So I picked, different scenes that I thought would make a good scene and different characters. And I added comedy in it with several characters that I thought could have comedy. They could be the comic relief, because the topics are pretty heavy. So I felt it needed comic relief. So the Dylan character, who is the husband in the English world of a wealthy woman. So I had a lot of fun with that. And John Schneider plays that role, and he does an excellent job.
Yes, he does.
So there's a lot of comedy with him, or at his expense anyway. But he does great. And then Chonda, her character, there was a lot of room there to add comedy to her character, who was the dying woman's best friend, and she's on to Dylan, so she's pretty much the one that figures it all out. But that's the process. And then from all those years of writing plays for the church, I love doing dialogue. I love playing around with words, and just making the whole thing come to life on the stage. So that pretty much is the playwright's job. And then we have the composer who comes in and writes original songs, out of that come out of the scenes, and take place in either it's a solo or it's a full cast, or some variation thereof. But it's a group effort. And then Dan Postema, who's our producer, he's involved in it very closely as well. So that's our team, and we've been having fun. We're on our 14th musical right now.
Wow.
And the Confession was our first. So that's, we're hoping to just keep going with the others. But we've been having a good time up in different areas in the country, Amish country. We were in Indiana and Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
Wow. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. As I was watching the screener, I just marveled at how it's a musical, but it's like a movie at the same time. And so you get the musical feel, even with the backdrops. They were just stunning as you're looking at it as a movie. It almost, like when the people were standing in front of the background, depending on where the camera actually was, it almost looked like you were right there. They were there, like a movie. Whereas then they would pull back and you got the theater feel, this is a live kind of thing, almost as if it were live. Right. But it was not performed live, correct? I know it was live, but there were cuts and takes and redos. Is that right?
What happened was we had 2 nights of filming, and they were live shows. Okay. And they were about 1,000 people each night. They were sold out, and they filmed both nights. And then after that, they took, bits and pieces from each night. And then they also staged a few that added, and then some atmosphere filming that they did to get the surroundings and whatnot. So it was an adventure to blend the two, and it was an exciting part of the whole project, was that it was not only you're seeing a live show, but it's also a movie. And so that was an interesting thing to do, but we sure enjoyed it, and the audience seemed to enjoy it. They were very positive about it, and we're hoping that all across the country, because it's going to be in 1,500 theaters, and we're hoping that we're taking people to Amish country if they can't get there, or we're whetting their appetite if they would like to come and see some of the other shows. So that was the opportunity that came to film it, and then the film is also going to be on Up TV around Easter. So
wonderful. That is wonderful. And I think if I have it right, is it February 20? Do I have that right?
Yes.
Is that when it's out?
That's going to be in the theaters.
Theaters.
20th, 3:00 and 7:00 showings at their local time, but they can go to Fathom, their website, fathomevents.com, or they could go to confessionmusicalmovie.com.
Yes.
And you can buy your tickets there, and all the information will be there.
Yeah.